So why do I still main a shoe that came out 8 years ago? Let's find out.
The floor, the crowd on double triple dreams, never saw the law. I'm the MVP, shots call me Kobe. Rim breaking ankles, they don't even know me. Straight to the hoop, life in a loop. Fans in the stands, they...
What's going on, guys? Noah here from Driveway Hoop Reviews, and today we have a bit of a strange one. It's going to be a performance review on a shoe that came out 8 years ago in 2017, and that is the Nike PG1. Before we get started today, I did just want to mention there will be timestamps at the bottom of the video, so if you are looking for anything in particular about the Nike PG1, it will be stamped and you can jump ahead. But starting off with the tech specs really quick of the Nike PG1, you have a just basic mesh upper with some hot melt plastic fuse. It's fairly stiff on the medial side of the toe box. There is a midfoot strap, something you do not see very much of anymore, and it is Velcro on the strap. Sorry if the mic just made a super loud noise because of that. It is a one sleeve booty upper, although it's not like neoprene. It's a little bit less restrictive and less, I guess, like cinching. It has a little more leeway than that. And then moving on down to the quarter and the heel of the shoe, this is going to be all suede, although I believe the material does differ between different colorways. For the cushion, you have a stiff Phylon midsole, and you do have a 4-foot zoom unit. It is bottom loaded. You can see it painted there on the traction pattern, and is slightly protruded out of the outsole, so it gives a slight rocker shape, and there is a top loaded plastic shank that spans the entire midfoot, I believe, and the traction is going to be this kind of just like weird like line crosshatch pattern, and is very soft traction. But starting off with the uppers and why I like playing in these so much still, even though they came out many years ago, and that's because the booty sleeve right here is super comfortable. This is a very nice material. It's just like a soft like textile. It's quite malleable. You can really bend it too. There's not a ton of like stiffness in it. The heel counter is okay. It's a little softer compared to newer shoes nowadays, but I do like the flexibility myself. There's a good amount of padding in the heel as well, so that is nice, and I love the suede on the quarter of the shoe. It just gives it that more premium touch. These did release 2017 for $110, so that's pretty good value already compared to shoes nowadays that release for $120, $130 from Nike, especially signature shoes. But the uppers are super comfortable. This mesh is super nice. I love the strap too. You get just a little bit more lockdown in the forefoot. It fits really well to my foot at least. No pinching. There wasn't a ton of break in time. Overall, it's just really fun to play in. Support, it's okay. I don't know. There's not like this is pretty easy to like move and maneuver, so maybe bigger players might not like this as much, or heavier players. But as far as lockdown goes too, heel slip, zero. There is zero heel slip. You barely even have to crank down your laces. The tongue is not greatly padded, but like I said, don't really have to crank down your laces because of that heel slip not being a problem. So overall, super fun to play in. You can get some nice moves in. I like the sculpting of the low top. It just fits my ankle really well. So yeah, these uppers are great. I would rate these great, and these are some of the best, especially for $110 when these did come out. This would have been a steal back then. Moving on down to the cushion and how it performed and why I still love it, and that's because it is a very, very responsive Phylon. This stuff is borderline a brick. It is like very stiff. I cannot move this almost at all. Heel, yeah, it's not great. You don't get a ton of compression until the shoe really starts to heat up and stuff. But as far as the forefoot goes, that bottom loaded zoom unit in that kind of protruded shape, and it's like a rocker shape. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera. I'll try and get B-roll of it, but you're like rocking back and forth. You just feel like you're ready to take off, especially with that top loaded plastic shank plate that spans the entire midfoot. This is a really nice setup for me, at least. I really enjoy this. You just get a lot of explosion, and I would overall say the cushion, I would rate it good, only because some people are not going to like this very much. They maybe want a little more cushion in the heel, or maybe just cushion overall. But for my playstyle and what I like, I think these are perfect for me. Moving on down to the traction and how it performs indoors and outdoors. The B-roll you'll be seeing is outdoors. I do main this pair indoors, however, but the traction is kind of like this crosshatch pattern, and then you've got a few lines, like some broken up lines going vertically throughout the entire, footbed of the entire thing. There's a slight break with the PG logo in the middle of the shoe, and you do have that painted part where the zoom unit protrudes on the forefoot. But yeah, this traction might be the best on dust I think I've ever tried on a basketball shoe. This and like the Kawhi 4 and Kobe 5 this might top them. I mean, honestly, clean courts, super hard stops, you never need to wipe. Dusty courts, super hard stops, and you never need to wipe. It's crazy, to be honest. I've never tried a shoe that performs this well on dust and the rubber be like this soft and malleable. It just does not look like it would grip very well. But honestly, I'm telling you, these grip amazing. I have heard though, the translucent options, if you were to somehow pick up a pair in the year of 2025, you'd have to go resell. Just make sure don't get the translucent options. I have heard those are far, far worse than the solid rubber. That's just how Nike's rubber compound was back then in the mid 2010s. But overall, the traction is just super elite. Super hard stops. You do have a slight outrigger, just a little bit on the lateral side. It kind of like dips in with the cushion. This cushion's like sculpted to like protrude a little bit, but there is a slight outrigger there, so that's nice. And yeah, this just is crazy good traction. This is a great, if I had a rating for better than great, it'd be like legendary or something, and it would probably get that too. As far as the durability goes for the Nike PG1, this is definitely its weakest link because the uppers are just a simple mesh. It's very malleable. This could definitely rip pretty easily. The cushion, it would probably be okay. I do wonder how much compression the Phylon could take before it stops springing back as much. But as far as most of the cushion, the shank plate helping that out too. I think the foam is fairly protected, definitely where you need it. And then the traction is very soft. This is very malleable traction. I definitely would not take these outdoors. So overall, the durability, I think I'm going to rate it a bad, to be honest, because I don't see any part of this that would maybe stand the test of the outdoors. As far as the fit goes for the Nike PG1, these run true to size and they fit very well. They fit pretty close to the Nike Kobe 5. You get just a little bit more room in the toe box, which honestly I kind of like, and these just fit perfect to me. They are a little narrow though, I will say that. I was getting some pinky toe cramping, and I still kind of do a little bit on these longer sessions. So if you do have a wider foot, maybe just stay away from these. I'm not sure going a half size up or a size up will help you. But overall, this shoe is just super fun to play in. My biggest takeaway, first of all, is like the price. I mean, could you imagine getting this nowadays for $110? That would be insane for the performance features. 4-foot zoom, 1 booty sleeve upper, great lockdown, pretty good durability, or not durability, breathability, and the traction is just elite. I mean, chef's kiss. That is probably some of the greatest traction I've ever tried. So I really like to see that, and they really need to retro these. Second big takeaway for me is probably, the durability. It's going to be pretty horrible, unfortunately, so I probably wouldn't take these outdoors. Maybe if you had a few pairs, beat one up, but overall, I'd just skip out on it. Just don't take these outdoors. Buy a different shoe, buy something a little more budget and a little more available, I guess, if you like that type of thing. But yeah, this shoe I still do main. I actually got it pretty recently, like maybe a few months ago, 3, 4, 5 months ago, and I just love it. I mean, this shoe is just fantastic. This is why I still main it. It just fits my playstyle so well. I'm a really light guard, but I like the kind of heavier, not the heavier shoe, but I love that super responsive cushion. I don't love the super cushy stuff. I feel like I'm kind of sinking a little bit and I don't get as much bounce. So these older products that they have, that Nike has with this kind of more responsive Phylon and all their goodies inside there, just make for a great time. And this is definitely still the top basketball shoe in my opinion as of right now. These beat anything Nike's put out so far this year, or probably the past 3 years, to be honest. So I would say if you can try and find these on like eBay or something, I would pick them up for sure. It would be a no-brainer to try and get these for like maybe 120, 130 I'd probably pay for it. I think I paid like 130 for these, so not too much more from what the retail was. But yeah, if you guys liked the video, make sure to like it and subscribe. We'll have more videos coming out soon, and let me know what you guys think of the Nike PG1 and whether you would try and get these again. I would worry about the age of it. It is 8 years old. If you're a bigger guy and put a lot of, power into it, you might get some sole sep, unfortunately, which can happen with older shoes. So just keep that in mind. But I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.